everyone, welcome to a VPL5 T10 team preview. I am Stacey Adams, and we are having a look at the South Pond Breakers. They were champions in the inaugural edition, narrowly missing out in VPL4 due to an unforced error. Can they turn things around in VPL5 and get back to winning ways? I have with me Alanson Cruikshank and Kenroy Martin.
Good day to all of viewers, wherever you are in the world. And, I'm looking forward to this tournament. We are here to preview the Breakers in this video. And, we'll see how it goes for them and what they have done between the fourth edition and this one to improve their chances of lifting the trophy. Kenroy.
Yeah, well, bless and love to everyone. Welcome to St. Vincent and Grenadines again, VPL5. We are here live to bring it to you.
All right, well, let's have a look at the full squad. Returning Sunil Lambris, captain. We have Delon Johnson, Jamel Warrican, Ricardo Williams, Jeremy Lane, Ryan John, Kadia Ned, Kadia Malin, Rashid Fedhicks, Kamali Williams, Sion Sween, Davian Barnum, Imran Samuel, and Luke Wilson, rounding out the 14 for the South Pond Breakers. In comparison to last year, can you guys just give me a breakdown on what you think about this team compared to last year? Returning players and new players.
Well, it's essentially the same team, as you mentioned before. The big difference is that the captain has come back because he didn't play in VPL4. And I think that his talismanic leadership will be very important to their chances this year. And also his consistent run scoring, because even though he missed out on VPL4, he's still the second highest run scorer in the VPL. And he was the leading run scorer in the VPL prior to VPL4 when he didn't play. So his impact wouldn't be understated. And they have their all-rounders. It's a team that has a lot of bowling depth and a lot of batting depth, because a lot of their bowlers can bat and a lot of their batters can bowl. So sometimes it's hard to tell, whether it's a bowling all-rounder or batting all-rounder, but that's a debate that we can have later. But it's a good all-round team, in my opinion.
Yes, and as you said, welcome back to Sunil Lambris as captain for the Breakers. And welcome back to Jeremy Lane as well, who was a key player in them winning that first inaugural tournament. And also Ryan John in the middle. We also have a newcomer, Rashid Fedricks, who have been very effective for other teams in this tournament. Strikers, he's now with them, so that adds some strength to them as well, and he's a very good batter and fielder. So the South Pond Breakers, they are a very good all-round team on paper. They are a very competitive team. Compared to the last one, I think that they're very much balanced.
All right, well, we selected our best 11 for this squad. Can you give us some insight into the batting?
Well, the 11 that we selected, we have, of course, Sunil opening the batting. You want him to get as many of the 10 overs as possible. With Kadenet, they have forged a useful partnership in the past, and I think they understand what each other is doing. And then there's a right and left hand combination, which is important to throw the bowlers off just a little bit. Aline at number 3 was very effective in the last tournament. Got some man of the match awards. Ricardo Williams, hard-hitting batsman. He has played a role for them in various tournaments. Ryan John out of Grenada, all-rounder, former West Indies under-19 player. Sween, the keeper. And as you go down the list, as we go over to the bowlers, you'll see that everybody really can bat. So, that this is a team where, you haven't really gone through them until you have gotten them maybe 10 now.
And in respect of the bowling, I must mention Warrican up front.
Yeah.
He's key to them. He can bowl up front, he can bowl in the back, he can bowl in the middle. He's key to them also. We have Lane coming back, very good depth bowler. Jansu, very experienced. Fedricks coming in, he moves a new ball very well, and he could do that in the back end as well. So they're bowling with Ryan John as a fast bowler, bowling the new ball or the back end again. They are a very, very good bowling unit. So look forward to some good bowling, tight bowling from this team as well.
And the pace of Kamali Williams, exactly, has been effective in some of the tournaments thus far.
Right.
We mentioned that they just narrowly missed out on the finals last year. No fault to the batting or bowling, really. It was really a misfeel that allowed the Botanical Gardens Rangers to make their way to finals in the last edition. So, who do you think can, as basically, who do you think can assist them to finals this year? Who's the key man for them in this tournament? So, I'll start. I have returning captain, Sunil Alvarez. I just can't look past him. He has the second highest most runs throughout the history of the tournament, with 800, as you mentioned before, Alanson. In VPL2, he had most runs there, 298 to his name. He's also handy with the ball. He both clever off him. I say clever because I look at the way he sets up a batter when he bowls. So I think he'll be quite impactful for them. Also, he's a captain, and I think he loves the competition. So this guy, he will enjoy responsibility, and he will want to lead them to victory last year after seeing what happened in BPL. What about you, Alan?
Well, I can't disagree with you in terms of Sunil's impact. But just for variety, I'll just go with Karim Alim. I think he has had a very good tournament. He has acclimatized very quickly to the tournament because he is an overseas player, of course, but even from the inception of VPL4, he was very effective. So he played 10 matches in VPL4. He scored 207 runs, high score of 36. But what was important is that his strike rate was 189. He was very aggressive with the bats. And he came in high in the order, 3 or 4. And the momentum never really left the team once he was at the wicket because he was always going at the bowling. He also got 9 wickets in his 10 matches, which was very good, including our best figures of 2 for 7. So I think that he can be a very impactful player for them. And they're looking like a good team this year, Stacey.
Well, I have to go to Mr. Warrican, Jamal Warrican. He's very experienced. I've been one of the most prolific bowlers in the West Indies tournament. He played this tournament last year. He was given some key roles. He did them very well. He's smart, cunning, and he is someone you could call upon at any time. So his impact in this tournament would be very, very important for the Breakers. And once he does well with the roles given to him, they could see themselves going further than they did last year. Last tournament, that is.
You mentioned Karim Alim, he is one of 2 overseas players in this team. You could just tell us a bit about Ryan John, let the fans know what they can expect from him in this term.
Yes, Ryan John is no stranger to the VPL. He played his first VPL in the second edition. In fact, he started off with a bang and had a very aggressive innings in his first innings in the VPL. He has been, I think if he's honest with his own performance thus far, he would say that he has not set the VPL alight based on his own ability. But so far this year, I could see that there has been some maturity in his game. We're seeing it even in the 40 competition for the Windward Islands. He has been bowling very impressively. He's getting the ball to move both ways. He has been showing good control. And he's also been getting more runs in the 40 tournament. I think his last innings was 40-odd. And he has a 50 as well this year to his name as well. So we're seeing that his game is maturing. And I would expect him to make a very telling contribution to the tournament as well.
Well, the South Pond Breakers, they're a good team. They always look like the team that's sort of going to take the championship all year in the tournament. Where do you see them ending up this year in VPL5?
Well, the Breakers, I would say that I see them getting to the playoffs. I see them getting to the playoffs. They are a strong team. And I think that they would go further than that depending on the performance of Sunil. So if Sunil has an excellent tournament, as he did in VPL2, then I see them as finalists. But for now, I would say that they are definitely in the playoffs.
What about you, Kenroy? I know you don't like to answer this question, but please tell us, where do you expect them to finish this year?
Breakers are a highly competitive team, good all-around performances, players. I think that they would be in the top 4 once they play the cricket that we know they could play. As you said, they made an elementary mistake that caused them not to be in the finals in the last tournament. So things like that on the day that you're playing could cause you your game. Mm-hmm. So I always say, leave it for the field, and the results would tell as to who did what they're supposed to do on that day.
That's true.
Well, thank you so much, guys. In order to hear first from the experts, just a reminder, we do a video on all 16s in the tournament. Tune in at VPL10 on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And remember, the action starts on April 10th to the 23rd. You can't miss it. Threaded action in VPL5. Can't wait to see you there.